we are back on the LS swapped S197 Mustang again, and what we're going to be working on today is getting the wastegate installed. So I was thinking before I was going to put it on the exhaust housing here. I think I've changed my mind. I think we're going to put it on this crossover pipe that comes under right there, and we're going to put it in this corner. So we got the wastegate over here on the bench right here. It's just a generic 50mm wastegate, but we'll see how it does. First thing I'm going to do, pull the top off this, check what springs are in it. I think it's got 2 springs in it now. I think they're like 7 or 8 pounds each, so we're going to pull one of those out so we can just run like 8 pounds for now, and we're going to see how that does. So we're going to get this wet onto that exhaust over there, get it plumbed up, and we will start it up and make sure that it works and does all the things it's supposed to do, and go from there. Alright, so as you can see, we got the wastegate pulled apart here. There's the 2 springs, so we're going to take one of these springs out, and this is why we open new parts as well. There was a couple set screws that was loose. Those O-rings, which are supposed to seal pressure in here, this one looks kind of okay. This one's kind of okay. That one's completely not under the head of the bolt, so we're going to pull those out. I might just put a little RTV under them and get rid of the O-rings, because the O-rings seem to just squish out when they tighten them. So that seals the lower portion of this wastegate, which is what pushes up against the spring. So if that's leaking, it's not going to hold pressure and open correctly. So let me get those pulled apart, get them sealed, and then we'll get this put back together and see how it works. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled the front bumper off to make it easier to put the wastegate in, and as you can see, that is where I put it. Not the most ideal position, but we'll see what it does. Also pulled the bumper off because we got a new front bumper coming, so that'll be nice. That'll look good on the car. We got this line run up here, and it's just sitting here from the wastegate, so we'll get that fitting threaded into here, get that plumbed onto the intake right there, and that should be good to go. And then maybe we'll take it for a spin around the block, just do a little cruising around. Nothing heavy because there's no tune on it, but we'll see when we get there. Alright, so got that little steel fitting drilled and tapped into the aluminum charge pipe, and there's the hose going down there. So hopefully the wastegate should be fully operational now, and we're gonna go find out. There you go, that's the first drive, turbocharged on the street. As you can see, everything seems to be working. Until it gets into boost, it kind of feels like a normal stock LS, and then once it gets into boost, it really starts moving. I wasn't getting on it too hard there, probably more than I should have been even, because it's completely untuned. This computer has not been touched by anything, or the PCM rather, has not been touched by any tuning software whatsoever. It's completely the stock tune that was on it when it was in that black Suburban in front of a 4060. Nothing has been changed. The only thing that's been disabled is the security system, so that is it. But it did seem like it was running rich, just judging by the black smoke coming out of the turbo when it got under boost, which is good. That's on the safe side. But we'll get the downpipe put on, we'll get an air fuel gauge properly hooked up here, and then we'll go into the computer and start tuning it. Well, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for future videos, and we're going to be tuning it and driving it a lot more on the street. As always, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe.